There we go. I think I got it.
Got her? Awesome.
Looks like it was going after a different encoder. So, okay. All right, everybody ready? I know. I'm sorry. I probably got you guys off of your thing. Well, whatever.
Oh, no worries at all.
We're
We were just trying to fill some airtime so that our viewers weren't bored.
Yeah, I did notice that somebody watched like 2 sessions ago. Like there were 8 views on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know who that was, but yeah, there was a whole 8 views.
Dang.
Yeah, I know.
Are you posting them public?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Nice.
I'm gonna have to start getting more creative now.
but right, I mean, I'm just doing it so that I remember what happened last week. But then I'm like, you know what? I might as well throw these things up there because I mean, what else am I going to do with them?
Dude, the craziest thing, my other DM, he's not my DM anymore because I'm not in there. I don't play with them anymore, but he posts GIFs to remind him what happened last session. And that's what he uses as his notes.
That's crazy.
I know. I'm like, dude, I have to write it up like that night, otherwise I forget everything.
Right. And the nice thing is that, like, I just rewatched it, but I watch it at like 2.0, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, now I remember what's going on.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, as the group named honorable mention, sits now among the detritus of a difficult battle. We'll review what happened last time. Basically, tales of goblin and orc. You guys, after defeating one giant, were then greeted by Droop. Finding out that he had left Phandalin to go search for his family. Upon searching for his family, he was accosted by a white dire wolf under the control of Grathul, this orc. In a semblance of like a merger of alliance, they decided that they would get together and that Grathul would help Droop find his family, and that Droop would lead him to the half-orc who was wielding the sword of Captain Agra. You learn about their adventures in the Underdark, about Droop finding the leftover remnants of his family and community, and they decided to reemerge from the Underdark. By doing so, they went through a very weird part of the West Forest, the Crypt Garden Forest, to be exact, finding a bunch of naked dudes somewhat worshipping some type of deity in a large tree, which they then used to come up above. Some other stuff ensues, but then you learn what Grathul's story is, about how he had come down from the spine of the world far up in the north and ran into Droop and brought him into his search for the wielder of Captain Agra's sword. After taking a rest, after getting your butt beat, you guys took a rest inside of Summit Hall. Did a bit of searching to find other little knickknacks, a couple of potions that you found, a couple of very demoralizing, pictures of different soldiers, kids that their kids had drawn, and you guys headed out to the east, primarily to follow the giant's footsteps, but then secondarily to hopefully find if there's any goblin tracks on the way there. Luckily, because Droop and Grothul had been down this way before. It took a couple of hours, but eventually you guys got here about nighttime. Tried your best as possible to sneak around the campsite to try and find out what was there, and then you were ambushed by a couple of giants. After dispatching them, you guys are standing on the field of victory. One lonely Droop next to you guys, having shot a couple of arrows to provide you a little bit of help, and a very, very injured and nearly dead Grothul kneeling down at the the dead corpse of this huge giant. And that's where we begin again today. Here at this crossroads. It's very late in the evening, very, very into nighttime right now, and that's why you guys had to use your stealth to get into this log camp. As you guys look around, you do see like all the pilings of different logs and different knickknacks of a logging company. Lots of tents around. You look off to the east, and you do see that pier, if you will, that leads off to. With your passive perception, you'll be able to tell that there's a boat out there. Winter, go ahead and roll d20. You're doing mine? You want the boat?
Oh no, I asked what my passive perception was.
Oh yeah, no, your passive perception, I know would be able to see it.
Yeah.
You are able to tell that it's there. It's some kind of boat out in the water.
How were the fires from the fireball?
So the fire that is right here by you, Borak, it's steadily burning the pile of wood. But I mean, it's not taking anything over. You guys are down by the sand. It's just since the fireball hit there, it did start everything on fire. It's smoldering out about now. But the weather outside, it's good. There's just a little bit of breeze in the air. You hear some frogs croaking, some birds chirping, as it's nighttime now. What would you guys like to do?
Is there any other bodies around the giant?
So, go ahead and give me a perception roll.
24.
24. So off to your left-hand side, you do see a whole bunch of like makeshift skewers that the giants had made from the smaller pieces of lumber, and you see body parts, torsos, other things like that have basically been placed on them like a marshmallow would on a stick.
Kind of just looking to see if I see anything like worth interest, gold, things like that.
So there's you look around, you rummage through all of the just using your perception of the environment. You don't really see much when it comes to gold and stuff like that. If you want to search like all of the things, then I need investigation. So just what you can passively perceive as to what is the most interesting thing. The most interesting thing is the fact that these guys were so vile of basically making popsicle sticks out of all these people's bodies to basically put over the fire and make their own little spit.
So I'll walk around doing a little corralling to kind of bless these fallen soldiers and everything, and want to kind of keep an eye out for anything of interest of their old possessions, specifically like magical objects and stuff.
Go ahead and give me an investigation roll. With your dark vision, you can see far enough. As you get close to the giants, they're big enough that as you shake them, you realize that there's a bit of gold that's probably on them, and not only is it a bit of gold. It most likely is stuff that these giants had picked up from everybody here at the camp. Unfortunately, when you put your hand in the bag, you get what you would expect to get. There's hands, there's fingers, there's toes, there's arms, there's a couple of torsos, heads inside of these bags. Like, these guys had basically found a smorgasbord of human beings to be able to eat, and most likely we're going to head back into the forest with what they found. But there is 378 gold pieces inside of there. Anybody else want to investigate?
I think if there's any additional rolls, I'll just actually no. I was gonna do something else.
Yeah, go ahead. What are you gonna do?
Sorry, I was just gonna take Grathul's arm, kind of put it over mine, and like walk him over to the tents that are over there off to the right,
Okay.
and maybe see if there's a good spot to set up for the night. So maybe if I am gonna investigate anything, looking for any like dangerous stuff that's left behind,
Sure.
is this an area we'd like to sleep in?
Yeah, because some of us half dead.
You do notice that there's an inherent quality about Grathul. He's actually able to like do some kind of spiritual healing on himself using his chi. I think he only gets like 3 hit points back, but still, it's something.
It's better than the one he had left, right?
He had 1 left until healing word.
Oh, that's
I think.
right.
So yeah,
Look at our cleric being a cleric.
he was doing okay after the fact. But yeah, he walks over and he looks over towards you, and as you're helping him in this instance, he asks you, who taught you the style of fighting that you exhibited here this evening?
Oh, it was my mentor, Mogrosh. She helped teach me to harness the rage I felt from being abandoned.
This is a very accustomed technique that the Bleeding Eye Orc use. Were you under the... Have you seen any other fighting styles before? Go ahead and give me a history roll if you want.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Just to follow Borax.
That's an 8.
So you probably remember what Dumac taught you. You probably can't remember all the way back to Thornold, and when you were taught, like when you got to actually see somebody do some fighting techniques, battle maneuver techniques. You can't remember that far back.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just kind of reiterate some of the things that I learned. I'm studying at the monk monastery in Waterdeep.
So some of the qualities of my fighting that you saw this evening, probably you've seen before.
Yes, briefly.
Let me-
Mostly when I was getting my butt kicked.
Let me take some rest. We can talk about this a little bit later. What did you roll there, Winter, for investigation? Did you investigate it all?
I did not.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check. As you see, Sebastian looking around at all the stuff that's all over the place. You see the same gruesome sight. 12. Okay. So in those bags, you find a couple of good berries. They might be good for just a few more minutes, a few more hours. You do notice at the bottom of one of the bags, there's just a bunch of dust, but it's opalescent. You notice like there's a little bit more to it than just like if it were like a crushed rock or like a crushed piece of flint or something like that, you actually notice that there's a little bit of like, the firelight catches it just in a way that you're like, oh, it kind of looks like an opal that light scatters from an opal, right? If you'd like to know more about that item, give me Arcana check.
Yeah, I'll investigate it more. That's a 7.
7. Yeah, I mean, you just notice that it's kind of a pretty rock. Like maybe, of course, like a giant or would pick up a pretty rock, right? So,
Right.
you see the same thing in yours, Sebastian. So if you want to give me a Arcana check as to see what like this opalescent rock is made out of.
13.
So you think you've sworn you see something like this before, or at least in some kind of a form. You know that in incantation and like material possession of an item that is needed to perform something. Yeah, this looks like, maybe it would be an opal, or maybe like the remains of an emerald or something like that that would be used as a focus. It's just that it's shattered. It's in tatters. There's nothing left of it. What were you gonna say?
Oh no, we're just saying,
All of a sudden, to you, Sebastian, you hear. So it's been nearly a week since leaving. I need an update on the camp. Zents have been breathing down my neck all day, and now. And then a message cuts out. You would have recognized Jalister Silvermane's talking.
Is that the one that the short dwarf in the camp before we came here?
No, this is Jalister Silvermane, all the way back in Waterdeep, that gave you guys the whole job.
Yeah.
Second message, you're being requested by Mert to accompany him. There are known issues within the north, in Westbridge. He wants you to stop by his house, and then the message cuts out again.
Where are we at? What is this place called?
Oh, it's logging camp, I think. Pretty sure.
At logging camp. South. Lots of giants. All armies dead. Send reinforcements. Can't come now.
You cut out a can't come.
Yes.
You hear, terrible to hear, reinforcements on their way. Return when you can. Like I said, Mert is expecting you. That's it.
May the light be with you.
You don't get any other message. Just those.
Okay.
Oops.
Well, I think we should find a safe place and rest. I don't know if do we see any like goblins around here of what's his face's family?
Just Droop.
Droop.
That's right.
You see Droop there. And yeah, he is kind of like eyeballing you. He's just kind of like looking up into the sky. You do notice that he's like going back and forth, up and down, like this coastline to see if there's any noticeable tracing, like marks of like goblin feet or anything like that. But it at this point, it's so filled with just giant feet that he's kind of like, there's nothing I can do here. Do you think that maybe tomorrow we could go up and down the coastline and maybe find and he's a little bit apprehensive, especially with your passive insight. He's apprehensive to ask you stuff.
Do I see any like full bodies that look like they are of leadership status around here?
Um, with your passive insight, you would realize that this little area right up here is most likely the what is it called? The foreman, where the foreman would have been located at one time. But because it's a logging camp, there's not really that kind of hierarchy. Maybe you'd be able to find something like that on a person's body, but everything has been so torn apart that there's no real symbol. Like all you can basically tell is that they were once human or humanoid. They're all Zents, you know that.
Is there anyone that look like they're at least somewhat whole from the torso up?
With your perception roll in this area, you don't see anybody.
Okay. Morning Droop. We will see if they.
Say that again.
We will look in the morning Droop. We will see if they were here.
I mean, that would be the best. I mean, I don't really want to put you out, but I'd really like to find them if at all possible. Give me a Constitution check, by the way, Sebastian.
Save?
Check. Just check your con.
18.
18.
16.
It's not noticeable, but you feel a grumbling in your stomach.
Interesting. Okay.
You're not hungry, but you feel a grumbling in your stomach.
All right, Droop. We'll let these guys get inside, and I will walk with you, and I will cast my dancing lights to be. Was it 6 of them?
It's 4. Yeah.
4. 2 around me spinning and 2 around him.
Okay.
A bright light, just so we can see as we walk.
All right. As you walk up to, you're just going up to the house to look inside, right?
We're just gonna help everybody get inside, and then me and Droop will go look for a little bit.
All right. So, the light does help. You get inside. There's a lot of blood. There's a lot of guts spilled out all over the place. This is the noticeable administrative area, although there's a lot of dirt and dust and mud all over the place. A bunch of papers that are strewn across the entirety of the building. As you walk inside, off to your left-hand side, there is a window that looks out. There are, many different ways inside of this building, just because it makes it much easier for anybody to get inside from any which direction. You see what was, a kind of a cozy fireplace off to the west. Off to the north. Other than that, with your passive perception, that's pretty much all you get. There's no bodies in here.
Okay. Droop somewhere safe for the night, and then we'll continue to look.
Grabs a couple of papers and starts wrapping them all up, and gets a nice little bed going.
Can I press to digitize things to make it look a little bit more clean?
Yeah, sure. It does look cleaner as you start to you use your little prestidigitation here and there. Things very much what's her name? Mary Poppins. You can put things where they used to be at one time. The things straighten out and maybe look a little bit better. You try to wipe away some of the blood stains that are all over the place, but you do a fairly good job.
Awesome.
How's the tent area look where Grithul and I are at?
The tent area looks pretty good. They kept it like up. They kept it looking the same way as before. There might be a couple of strings that got broken, so half of one or two tents is just off to its side. But all of the sleeping bags and all the cots and all the things like that, they're all intact at this area. Give me a survival check really fast.
19.
You can tell that the giants probably showed up here during the day. They didn't have time to go back to their tents and pick anything up that they look like they do, because that's the state that they were in when everybody was slaughtered.
Awesome.
Right. So you go in there and you can find a couple of rations that you could probably share for the next few days. There's a couple of different areas that have love letters that are, even though you don't know what they're saying, it just
Grothul, what is love?
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
No more.
Yeah, I think like you said, I'd be checking for any supplies that we could probably use in our upcoming travels and everything, and then before turning in, I'll ask Grothul, should we go get the others?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check as you're looking around.
7.
7. Okay. You're able to find 3 packs of rations that you can use for later on. The rest of the stuff you're kind of like, there's writing on this. I don't like that. There's writing on this. I don't like that. Like, ooh, there's a pencil. I don't want to play with the pencil. But yeah, other than food and stuff like that, those are the necessities, and then you move on. We can go see if they would like to sleep here, if you'd like.
All right.
I'm gonna send a message to Borak. Say, Jalister got in contact with me, sending lots of reinforcements tomorrow. That's it.
Go ahead and give me a history check, Borak.
That's an 11.
Oh, you remember Jalister. You're like, oh yeah, that one dude. The fidgety dude.
Oh. Yeah, he was well dressed. Okay. Do you want to sleep in tents by us? Or where are you? I think that's probably over 25.
This is just regular message.
Oh, I'm talking like I can talk back to you.
Yep.
It fits for his intelligence
Yep.
score. Sebastian, reach out to me, so we don't need to go over there anymore, Gothul. I think I'm just gonna take this tent here, and I'll take the one that's if you start from the top left, 1, 2, 3, I'll take tent 4, so that I'm immediately on that one.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, I guess I could have just pinged too.
Just with your last survival check and doing so well, you would realize, that this is how you take apart the tent. So if you want to put in a tent in your inventory, go ahead.
I mean, like, I was gonna sleep in that one, but
Oh, I gotcha. Misunderstood.
I will probably take it down in the morning so we can have one if we need to.
All right. Shoot, what was it you asked Grothul earlier? Asked him something. Anyway.
I think I said something about, like, are you talking last session?
No, this one, just a few seconds ago.
Oh, I think I asked, like, should we go see if they want to come over here? And then he's like, oh yeah, maybe we should. And then I got the message. And then I asked him a question back, and he hasn't responded. Because I don't get to ask a question back.
Yep. As you guys lay down in your little tents there, Grothul looks like he stays awake for a few minutes. With going to fight these two giants makes me wonder, if asked, or without asking, who would you attack? Who would you bleed? Do you have a fine line between those who should be attacked and those who shouldn't?
One with the rotaries.
Most of the time, it's been pretty easy. The ones who are doing bad things. But I haven't come across anyone doing bad things for a good reason, or good things for a bad reason. So I don't know what I would do in those spots.
Is that something that you fear? Is not knowing which paths to take when brought before you, or is there something else that you fear?
Steady.
I haven't thought about it before now, but I think I really fear dying without honor. I fear that I will die old and not in combat. I'm already old.
So you fear dishonor.
I fear dishonor and weakness.
How would you feel if you were to walk to the ends of the earth for 25 years, knowing that you're still alive, but living with dishonor?
Hang on, I'm gonna give myself an intelligence check, because Mike wants to... Oh, no.
Holy cow! Yeah, I just blew your brain, didn't I?
Yeah, just blew my brain.
Don't worry about it. Let's sleep this off, and we can convene tomorrow.
Dang it. Mike was going to say, you tell me how that feels. But he, just totally blew Borak's brain right now. Just, that sounds like a nightmare.
All right, Borak and Grothul will take a rest. What about you, Sebastian Winter?
I'm gonna look around and see if I see Borak and is it Garthun?
Grothul.
Grathul, and see if they're helping us look for Droop's family. Yell out, Borak!
It's right there.
Take anything back?
So it sounds like Grothul is asleep. What about you, Borak?
If this is like just after we were talking, I think he'd be sitting there a little bit and be thinking about that, which is very painful to him.
Sebastian, go ahead and give me... I mean, you're going to have to give me a perception check to see if you can find anything where to start out here on this coastline. 19? All right. So as you start going up and down the coastline, yeah, you for what, like maybe one of the first times ever, as you get towards like that camp, the fire, and you get a chance to see Borak. He's deep in what can only be said as thought, but you know that he's never sat and thought before. Unfortunately, as you go back up and down, you're kind of seeing the same thing that Droop saw. Lots of giant footsteps that have smushed any semblance of whatever may have been here ever so long ago, or even like there's no noticeable footprints of even human-sized, halfling-sized, dwarf-sized feet. It is, just a ravaged crime scene. even with a 19. So
Can I kneel down and I want to pray to Corellin and I want to cast my channel divinity and ask Corellin, is Droop's family alive and are they near?
go ahead and
See what
roll
I get.
me a D100.
Divinity. All right. He's 77.
77. Go ahead and give me a... Let's do wisdom savings throw.
Oof, 11.
11. As you kneel down into the sand, the first thing that you realize is that you can feel the graininess of the sand touch your knees. And the thought comes into your mind, while this is kind of coarse and irritating, you start to supplicate. What do you say exactly?
Wait, why can I feel this? This. What's going on?
You do.
Yeah.
You reach up. What do you say? What do you say to him? As you say those words like oh, like the coarseness of the sand, I can feel it. It's almost like it's on my knees, although I don't have knees. The rush of wind, the sounds, and even the smells, and you can smell that fire, that campfire behind you. You can feel like the warmth that radiates from that campfire. All of these different senses coming to you all of a sudden just culminate as you start to supplicate towards Corellin. Do you say anything else in this moment?
Aside from finding Droop, like Corellin, I need to know what you're doing for me.
All right. And at that moment, you fall asleep.
He's like right there in the sand.
You look down at your reflection in the water.
Okay.
You can even stand if you want to. You see your reflection in this, actually, what should be raging quite quickly water, and this in this area it's still. The Warforged plating around your body seems like flesh, but then bark. And then you look across the river, and you see a grouping of fireflies start to twist and start to turn as one appears in, like it were to be the left shoulder, and then the right shoulder, the right knee, the left foot, the right foot. And this firefly visage starts to walk itself across the water. The person that you see down below you, even though they might be a Warforged, it's a Warforged of flesh, of bark, of light, as now all of a sudden the firefly silhouette is standing in front of you. The truth of the moment lands quietly as you finally identify what's standing in front of you, which is like a reflection or the essence, Corelli, your patron.
Immediately drop to a knee. Bow my head.
The warmth radiates from his visage. One second.
Over again, or is that something else?
As he tells you to rise, your eyes catch yourself in the reflection of the water again.
My best time was 4 minutes.
You identify something that
Oh my
you're unable to comprehend.
It's ridiculous.
As the visage of your person starts to look back at you, you feel
Or
not necessarily
this demonic little thing.
present, but you feel alive, if you will. You have been spending the last moments of your life
TV runner.
worried about what goes on with others. I've given you the tools to understand and to learn the emotions that go through individuals as they move through this thread of life. You call out to me in divine supplication to discover what has happened to the family of Droop. What is it that makes this immediate attention to a solution so important to you and to your party?
Not all life forms are bad. Goblins have a bad reputation, and Droop has a good heart and loyal. He's worth investing the time in and has stood aside, even though the differences between us. So I owe it to him to help him find his peace. And this is an important part of my journey right now.
Do you owe it to him? And then he lifts out what is, I mean, it's not really a hand, but a firefly-like appendage with fingers, and he touches your shoulder. Do you allow him to do so?
Yes.
Suddenly, you feel the pains of that hunger inside of your body demanding fuel. It's a cold threat to your person. You feel loss. It's not hunger of food, it's hunger of loss. And for a very brief moment when Droop looked at you with those eyes of his desperation and that destitute moment of where he lost hope, this is losing hope. This is the pain that you cannot optimize away, that you cannot solve as a problem. As he presses gently on your shoulder, there's no logic. This is recognition.
I have served you for many, many years, preaching your gospel, representing you, being a man of my word and loyal. And I gave Droop my word, so I will see this through regardless of the result.
You see the next hand, his right hand, lift up to press your shoulder. Do you allow him?
Yeah.
No.
He spins you around, and all of a sudden your whole entire the logging camp is gone. You're back on the battlefield. That battlefield that you had left so long ago. It's frozen in time as you see the last lungings of a sword, the last protective event to stop a blow from a wild mace or sword or arrow. And within this frozen time, you see a blade hanging inches from a kneeling stranger. You noticed instinctively the person standing holding the blade and what this moment means. The last moment of a person's life not only being taken from them, but having it taken by another person. In this moment, how would you act?
You know who else is creepy?
The life of the person who's being killed.
You look
Give them life.
you look at both of the people that are standing there. There's no noticeable markings on either the one standing or the one that's kneeling. The consequences that follow are either the bitterness of victory or the authenticity of failure. How would you act in this moment?
Yes, my.
I would protect the dying still and cast judgment based on what I find myself.
You see here now the death of obedience, the birth of responsibility. Finally, his firefly visage starts to just disappear and to go up into the sky, plotting itself into different areas of the sky as you see a star appear here and there and whatnot. You see the visage of a elven warrior, an artist. The shelves of eternity, never settling. And who are you now?
I don't know.
As you wake up in that moment, there's still silence. You hear Borak thinking behind you. Only moments have passed. The last fleeting, notice that you receive from this visage of Corellin is they are alive. Right? What would you like to do?
I'm going to reply to him, even though I think he's gone. I will stay loyal and obedient to you, but I'm not sure the lesson that you were trying to teach me. You're trying to teach me humility and the feelings of this mankind. Then allow me to be reborn into it. Don't do these weird changes where it's causing me confusion. And I will still serve thee. And then I'll stand up.
And you are well aware of what Corellin is as a deity, don't you?
Kind of.
Okay. He's a little bit goofy. Like, not Traveler goofy, but he can be a little bit goofy. Just FYI.
I was kind of wondering with like the different changes and feelings I've been experiencing in the last few sessions.
Yeah. Like he can be. You ever hear the old expression like God is just a kid with a magnifying glass and we're all ants?
Oh yeah.
Okay. He's not too dissimilar from that, but he's also loyal to those that still do him good. So, all right, Witcher, you doing anything?
I was still in the house. I think I was gonna go to bed.
All right. You go to lay down. There's a couple of things that pop into your head while you're sitting there. The first is that you realize that your hair is all matted up from the journey that you've been on for a little less while. Your hair might need some combing. As you stare across the building that you're standing in, you do notice a mirror, and it's you staring back at you, but you've got a head full of frizzy hair.
Oh, that's wonderful. I believe normally I would use prestidigitation to make it look better, but I'm gonna see if I can find a comb or something.
You do have one, don't you?
He has like.
I sure do,
3
but I don't know if I
combs.
dare use
Maybe I'll
it.
talk
Okay.
about it.
As you take it out, you go up and you look at yourself in the mirror.
Honestly,
Still white-haired. Somewhat fey features from being that changeling, although, you can alter them just little by little because of your abilities, but hauntingly beautiful, if you will, just depending on who you're trying to impress. The comb that you have in your hand, you do notice that it's a Harper seal, so it's like a lyre,
Pretty good song.
right? So like when you hold on to it, you're holding on to it's kind of made out of bone. You're not sure what kind of bone it's made out of, but like kind of ivory. But like it's a Harper seal, so I've got a Harper seal. You've seen one, right?
Yeah.
So it's the Harper seal. Where's that? Yeah. So it looks like a harp.
What's up?
With a moon alongside of it, but then out of the moon come all the tines, right? All of the places to comb your hair.
Still missing.
You do notice a little organization to it of all of the different tines. They're kind of like it goes to a sharp point at one point, but then gradually comes in and out and makes that same curvature of a bow. It's very purposely done. And as you put it through your hair, yay, nay?
I'll run my finger across the tines and then run it through my hair.
It just goes just like a normal one. Tick, 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 tick. It sounds fine.
What's he playing?
Okay, I'll use it.
So as you run it through your hair, give me a... No, I'm just kidding. So as you run it through your hair, just everything's fine. It just goes right through your hair. It actually works really, really well. For a glint inside of that mirror, though, you get like a little twinkling of like a green sapphire light that comes from
No.
the light that was somehow created by the comb. You don't recognize the light, unfortunately. All right. Anything else for you guys? Go to bed.
Yeah.
I'll kind of wrap my arm around Droop as we're walking back towards where she's deciding to lay and let them know they're alive. My god told me, but we don't know where they're at yet.
Thank you, Master Sebastian.
Do that.
I don't mean to take away from your time. And he does feel a little bit more open with talking to you right now. It's been weeks, and I've lost hope. I don't want to use your time because I know how valuable that time is. But I'd really like to find them.
You have my word. It'll be my number one priority until we do.
All right, as you guys head on into the foreman's house, take your rest. Borak, Grathul, you guys are outside, out in the open, looking up at the stars, getting some shut-eye. Somebody want to take first watch?
Whoa.
Or how you like to do
No,
this?
that's good. That's a good thing. I love but
In sentry mode outside where I can kind of see everything. I'll let them rest.
All right. So, as you are going into your sentry mode, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Natural 20 for 23.
Natural 20. Okay. As you start to go into sentry mode, you feel that little tug like you felt before as you did your supplication towards Karillon down at the beach. You feel like you have to sleep. But you shrug off that necessity, that need. It feels kind of like it did back in the village when you were all of a sudden overcome with trying, attempting to eat all of the different, things inside of the pastry shop, trying chicken for the first time, etc. But you're able to coast through it without any issue. All right. Second and third watch, just want to go normal, right?
Yeah, we can do that.
Go ahead and roll me a d20, Sebastian.
Another natural 20.
Okay.
And
I
that's them for the next 3 sessions.
I would say don't refresh your screen. Second. All right. It is unseasonably warm outside, as the last few days of rain have now lent themselves to be nice and cozy and warm outside. As the entire group goes ahead and gets their long rest.
fall for the rage maiden, buddy.
All right. All right. The next morning, you guys wake up. Grathul is, holding onto his shoulders and going through the motions of getting himself ready for morning. You see him pull out a couple of items from his bag as he starts to eat a little bit of breakfast. You're unsure what that might be there, Borak.
I think I'll rip open one of these rations that I discovered from the tent area last night, just to get a feel.
Sure. He starts taking some of those. We were talking about fear last night.
Yeah.
Where do you stand when it comes to family? What makes a family?
Well, if you had talked to me a while ago, I wouldn't have known. But I've traveled with these people for long enough. I care about them and their well-being as much as I do my own. In fact, I constantly put myself in danger to protect them, especially Winter and Droop, since they can't take as much as I can.
Do you believe that love is beyond blood?
I think so.
Do you think blood can still make a father? Or does it take more?
I think blood might tie you to someone, but I think you have to work for things that you need and want. So if you want to be a father, then blood alone doesn't make it so.
He stands up and walks away. Sebastian, Winter, what would you like to do? Are you laughing or are you choking, Mike?
Oh, I'm just dying over here. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but so did Expedition 3030.
So yeah, you are choking. All right, Winter, Sebastian, what would you guys like to do? As Droop's over in the corner also eating some stuff. You
I'll
notice
get up and
he's-
move around.
he's got some interesting looking mushrooms you guys haven't seen before. Takes a couple of them and then he starts getting up to get ready to go outside, but he's waiting on everybody in the foreman's little hut. So
I didn't say anything. I haven't said anything in like.
I'll put my
10 minutes.
bedroll and stuff away and kind of just start to get ready like we're gonna leave.
all right.
It was Jeremiah.
As you guys go outside,
Only Jeremiah.
with the light of day. Oh, actually, Borak, go ahead and roll me a d20.
Oh, that was run.
With the light of day out and about, to your south, you see lots of different rolling hills, and you've seen these ones from a very, very, very long distance when you guys were all the way up at Summit Hall. These rolling hills seem to allow for this river to flow
I already answered the question.
quite straightly, but
Oh,
also,
okay, man.
maintain somewhat of a course that heads not only down to the road that
I didn't
goes
say
to
anything.
the
I didn't say a
Dessarin
word.
River, but almost as if this were a large tributary to the Dessarin River.
I said so. It won an award. I said.
Early this morning, you do see a bunch of clouds start to roll in, but it's just a little bit of overcast. It's not any rain that's been falling yet. And off to your north, and if you notice, like the map here is cattywamped, so east is up, west is down. The top of the building is headed north, and where Borak and Guathu are right now, that's south. So, if we can take up looking for my family, that would be wonderful. As he starts to do the same thing, it looks along the coastline, and he starts heading a little bit to the north. As last night he was looking over the beachfront, now he's looking a little bit more to the north and the east, and trying to make his way northward. And it's up to you guys which direction you want to go.
You will always find me.
I want to take down one of those tents, by the way, the one that I slept in.
Sure.
But I also want to ask, are we planning on divide and conquer, or are we searching as a group? Sebastian, Group, or Droop?
I think we stay as a group, to be honest.
Yeah, Droop looks up at you, Sebastian, with a like I can't answer that question kind of look.
Yeah, we just encountered a couple giants. I'd feel better if we stayed together.
That's a good point. Good point.
17.
All right. So, which direction you guys headed in, north or south? So you're just
Now that it's light, do we have any indication of goblins that were here?
so you guys are right here. The river continues into the high forest, which is right here. So it goes up in this direction, and then who knows where it goes from there. On these shores, I mean, you guys looked at it yesterday. but if you want to give me another survival check, maybe you can luck out.
HR?
Oh, it rolled off a 20 to a 2.
Ouch.
Ah, 5.
If we
Luck,
want
I'm
to
out.
add
yeah,
my roll, I got 22.
The crack laughing.
You got
I got
22?
10.
Be gone.
Borak, you got 22?
Yes, 22.
Okay. So, as you guys are looking around, the giants did a lot of work. A lot of work.
Your grandmother.
However, as you start to look out onto the pier and look around to see, like, if this boat is useful, you notice, number one, that the boat is no longer useful. However, there is just the slightest indication of what Borak you would notice as, like, goblin attire. Like, maybe goblins had hopped in this boat or had been in this boat a little while ago. You can't really tell when, but you know that they had been in this boat. Or at least a goblin had been in this boat at one time.
We'll pick up like a shirt or a vest. Just be. I think this is too small for a troll.
Yeah, it's the very smallest of vestiges. Like, yeah, almost like a baby goblin onesie.
Is that Grug? Did I just watch Grug walk?
And it says, like, I'm a little monster on the front. No, I'm just kidding.
No, we're not.
But, like, it's basically like that. Like, but it's tattered. It looks ratty. But you do recognize it to be something that a goblin would have made.
So yeah, I kind of hold that up and look over to Droop. I think this is too big for a troll. Does that mean they were here?
As he heads up to you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shoot. Where's my Droop?
Ice cream is so.
I need my Droop. I don't have it. 1 second. There he is. There's our sidekick.
After this, I want to ask where Grathul is too.
Alright. We are.
Passive perception. Survival. Okay. Okay, cool. As he looks at it and smells it, he's like, "Yeah, that's my tribe. That's of my group. That's them. They must have gotten across the river."
So they were heading this way. And I hope they didn't run into the trolls. Oh, maybe that
Like
was
south,
insensitive.
maybe?
Sorry.
I gotta get your head.
So you know that they would have been headed east. So this river. So yeah. So basically, what you're seeing is, like, here's the river, and the dock is headed this direction towards the east. So it's going to cross the river. This area of the river, though, is raging. It's going very, very fast, and it's very, very wide. You see that it's nearly 320, 350 feet across.
I think we go east then. What do you think, Borak?
We think they went that way, but how'd the boat come back?
Maybe somebody brought them across.
Your month year stamps, January. No, I wanted to.
That's true. Do you have a boat? I have a tent, and I don't think it will work as a boat.
Yeah, Ben, this
There's a lot
boat.
of floating wood around here.
Yeah, out of your survival check, Borak, this is a non-functioning boat. It's beyond repair. It's pretty beat up.
I don't think we could work this. Look at all the holes in the bottom. That oar is broken in half.
Could try mending. Might take a while, but
And
Renting?
didn't you say
What is-
Jowister
what is-
said we needed to go
Alright.
talk
I'm not
with
watching.
Mert?
I just want to run the dogs. F the other
How
dogs.
much time do we have?
Me, about 2025.
I don't want to abandon Droop and his family, for sure.
Hey, man.
my priority is to Droop now. Time being,
We really did, actually.
we have reinforcements coming to help this place here. I don't think they need us for it.
Okay. Yeah, let's figure out if there's a way to cross the river.
I don't.
Winter, do you have any cool spells?
I mean, I have mold earth. I could make a rock we could all jump on 5 feet at a time. One of us goes over
Has 13
at a
like
time.
Mold earth is 5 feet. You can shape stone, creating images, shapes, patterns. Mending can do about like less than a foot worth of repair. There's a couple of like different dinks and dents that are in it that are way bigger than 1 foot.
Is that gone?
Let's see. I didn't grow up or anything near here, so I have no clue.
We can tie a rope to an arrow and shoot it across and swim.
So Hawk, with cleric spells, you are aware that you can change them every day, right?
Yes.
Okay. With regular, what do you call it, spells? Wizard spells, you can write them down if you find them. But those ones that can only be changed if you have the materials to write the spell. So, like, you can learn and then unlearn. And it looks like you have...
Bowser forward smash. I just want the guy to full on.
Because, like, your spellbook holds a certain amount of spells based on your wizard level and
So
other stuff, too.
you can learn 3 new ones.
Freaky side of incident.
You can learn them. You just can't have it prepped. You need to prep them. Although I don't know if any of those will help you guys get across this river.
Yeah, I looked earlier and I couldn't really see anything that would help us right now.
Do you guys think giant corpses float?
Grothul says,
Completely seriously.
if you are planning on trying to find these goblins, we probably just need to find a better place to cross. Perhaps it could be further north, perhaps it could be further south. Just judging by the how fast the water is going right now, who knows? We could probably find a bend, and it would probably be a little bit better up the river.
This is definitely not Borak's area of expertise, but he's going to look at the river and try and imagine how the boat could have ended up back here if it had been like abandoned or left somewhere else.
Sure.
Would it be like, is the river running south and us going up north might be more beneficial, or is it, yeah.
Yeah, the river is headed in this direction, so it is going this direction.
He secretly glances at Keely.
The boat's right here, and the boat went that direction, which is to the east.
Oh, is it docked? Or is it like wrecked?
It's docked and wrecked. So there's a rope that's tied to the thing, but it looks like something just absolutely banged the living crap out of it. But it stayed hooked to the dock.
It seems you're a fellow, and I don't really like fellows on it much.
Okay.
And give me intelligence roll a check.
17.
Oh, not actually. You actually kind of agree with Sebastian at this point. You're kind of like, yeah, somebody took him across, and then brought it back.
And then tied it up.
And then
beat the shit out of it because they got mad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what you totally believe.
What if we went and tied a bunch of those log piles together and floated across?
You can try that.
Runty, I need you to find this avatar.
That could work. I've got hempen rope.
How many feet of hempen rope do you got?
50.
Okay.
I swear this is the first time my adventurer starting equipment has come in handy.
Have a map of the area?
Winter, you do have the capabilities of doing something in water. It seems to me like Winter might know how to steer water vehicles. But what did you say there, Sebastian?
Are you having fun?
I was just gonna say, just tying the logs together. Or if we had a map, then we could see when the arrow's a little bit less crazy.
Didn't I find a map?
You can actually inside of the foreman's house. You can take a look. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Touch her on the shoulder and give her guidance.
Go ahead and roll your guidance. That's what you needed. You needed 15. So as you go inside, you start to look around, and you do notice that there is a map that indicates where there's different checkpoints all the way up the river and leading to inside of the high forest, which does eventually get to where the logs are being cleared from. You can't really tell where the river gets more shallow, but you can tell where the bends are. And there's one big, huge one that is, several inches on the page, but you could probably extrapolate maybe an hour or two. That's north of here. But the check marks or the indicators of where the checkpoints are, all seem to be on this west side of the river. All right. So
Lay that to the group.
cool. What would you guys like to do? Got this bit of information of what these of where you could probably go.
Should we find a more narrow, safer path across?
Maybe, but if they went that way, and I'll point down the dock, maybe roping these together will be really good.
Grothul pulls out his warhammer. I've got something that can hammer.
I think there's enough supplies that in a logging camp we create a raft to get us across.
All right. You guys want to create a raft?
Let's do it. I think that we can shoot us two to help pull us over.
All right. So let's describe initially Borak, Sebastian, or Winter. Which one of you guys wants to first, do something? Go ahead and describe what you can do.
I'm going to start just pulling all these big logs that are like big, hefty logs into a huge pile.
So Grothul has a strength of 18. Borak has a strength of, what was
19.
it? 19. And you've got 19 as well, but that's because of the gauntlets, right? Mm-hmm. So with advantage, go ahead and give me a strength check to get these pieces of wood organized and put together. About how big you think that...
Guidance.
You can, yeah. And you got advantage, so. Okay.
7.
All right. With one successful check, you get all the logs. All of you guys get together and start working and getting a group of probably about 6, 7, maybe even 8 logs to get the 5 of you across this river.
Yeah.
Thinking of like 5 different spaces, you'll have to actually have a 6, so it has to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, so it has to be 30 square, or 30 square feet of area for you guys to get onto logs. You've got it all set up. What's the next thing that you want to do? Who wants to do it?
I think we should add like side things so like the boat can't tip, you know.
Or rope to tie them together.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll pull out my rope and
Okay.
I'll start wrapping them around the logs and tying them and knotting them the way that I know.
All right. So, as you do so, do you have proficiency in athletics, Borek?
Every time I look over your screen.
Athletics I am proficient in.
Okay. So with Grothul at your side, go ahead and give me an athletics check. At advantage.
This game is basically Diablo.
And I'll give you my rope.
Diablo 3.
Okay, so do you have 50
I'll
feet as well?
Diablo. You wouldn't know.
I had to find mine, but
All right. So that is a
it's a 24 athletics check.
24 athletics check.
Feet and whatever.
I kept going for
Yes, 24 athletics.
Okay. With the 100 feet of hempen rope, this is ideal, what you have done. By taking that much amount of rope, making these very, very tight knots in all the different sections, you've actually created this raft that doesn't have any holes, that won't allow any water getting through underneath it. As you start to push it out into the open waters, it does float, and it stays afloat. So, with you guys now having a flotation device, so far about 3 hours have transpired, so now it is about noon outside. Winter, go ahead and give me a d20 check.
4.
4. It starts to rain outside. As you guys are,
It starts raining. Happy.
as you guys start pushing the boat out into the water, or this raft out into the water.
Somebody's hogging all the good rolls.
Go ahead and roll me a d4. Winter.
One.
Okay. So as the rain starts to go, there is a little bit of wind, and the wind is headed towards the north. All right, so you've got that out there and pushed into the water. Let's do one final check about how you guys want to actually get across the river.
Borak, where's your tent?
Yeah, I don't know if this works.
Oh, right here in my backpack.
Wondering if we should make a sail.
I think we should tie some rope to these logs and shoot it across with an arrow into a tree. So basically just kind of swings us across.
You said it was 350 feet?
350 feet.
I'm sure we could find rope around here. It's a logging.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check, and go ahead and give me with advantage since you're going to want to, try and find this.
Not on that one. And not on that one. 11.
All right. So you find an extra 30 feet of rope. Just by picking up a bunch of ties that are over here in some of the tents. Maybe a couple of barrels have something inside of them or something like that, but you get an extra 30 feet of rope.
Winter, do you have rope? Bag.
Wait, can any of us shoot an arrow? I just have javelins.
I have a rope.
I need rotary motor costume.
I do have a crossbow.
I have crossbow bolts and a heavy crossbow.
Droop has a short bow, but 320 is the furthest. And Grothul has nothing. Warhammer and a stick, a gnarled staff.
1,600.
Heavy crossbow's what, 4 feet?
Crossbow max.
I should tell you on the range.
Crossbow
Slash 400
First-
feet.
80 feet with a light crossbow. 320 range.
With-
Say again.
I have a heavy crossbow.
Oh, you have a heavy one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think heavy ones go a little bit further.
700.
I think that's 400, isn't it?
it? 5,000.
Nope.
that's about
Just
10.
push off and the current will just pull us across to the other side.
Let's say that again.
I said if we attach rope to the raft, all we'd have to do is the dock and the current would just pull us across as we went.
The current's heading south.
The current is heading this direction, yes. So the current's heading that direction. You guys are basically set up right here. This is your raft right here. You've put it out into the water, and you've got 350 feet to go this direction.
That's
1.3.
As you wade out into the water, within about 35 feet of being out into the water, it gets about to waist high.
The first very Mazda Cosmo prototype used a 1790.
And you've got about... So how much hempen rope have you used so far? 100 feet? And you've got...
I think so.
And you got 30 extra that you found around the camp.
Yeah, I
Plus
don't- there's enough.
sweetie pie or
This.
sweetie pie. Winter's rope.
Oh man, sweetie pie. It looks like Grothul does have another 50 feet.
Still short.
What do you think?
We could try paddling out, and when we get close enough, take a shot.
You guys do know I can sail boats.
Oh,
Oh,
that'd be helpful.
why didn't you say that sooner?
Oh, she asked about the tent.
I'm pretty
Um,
sure your DM mentioned something about that.
I don't read between the lines.
All right.
So Winter, how do you need the? I could go harvest more of the tents. How do you need them done?
I just need to make a sail, or we can maneuver it with our limbs, holding it with the wind is blowing north.
Yep. And sure enough, you can find all the little bits and baubles that you need. You got enough string to be able to make at least kind of like the outline of a sail area to put the canvas on top, and then Borax left plenty of space in between all of the lashings that are on there to maybe put a stick up there so that you guys can get a little bit of wind. Go ahead and does anybody have? I'd say this is a tinkering kind of a check.
Like sleight of hand.
But
I can help, kind of.
let's do, since two of you guys are good at smith's tools. Yeah, let's do. Go ahead and do a dexterity check, Winter. I mean, you can use sleight of hand if you want to, but go ahead and do it with advantage. And before you roll, if your boy wants to give you guidance. Oh yeah, and everybody's got a hero point, so just FYI.
I'll give guidance.
So since you have two guys that are good with smith's tools, you get the advantage. Add your guidance. Okay, so 20 altogether. All right.
Yes.
So you got it up and running. It is staying taut. You do have to hold it a little bit because the wind is a little bit strong, but you are now all on top of this raft, ready to go across. You feel like it's sturdy, as each one of you, you're all pretty big, are able to fit onto the boat to go across. Are we ready?
I'll make sure I'm opposite of Grathul.
Okay.
So that we even out and balance.
Right.
Let's do this.
Okay. So as you start to go across the water to the east, Winter, my bad. Winter,
I'll say river, it's fine.
yeah. Well, yeah, I got mixed up because of the water. So, Winter, go ahead and roll me. Now, luckily enough, you can do a survival check, but you can do an advantage because you got proficiency with the boat. So, survival check, and then add 3 to that.
12.
So 12 altogether.
Yeah, because I only rolled. My advantage was 9.
Okay. Advantage was 9. All right. And then you add 3 for your proficiency bonus. Okay. So as you guys start to go across, you guys are staying east because of the northerly wind. You've actually adjusted it to make it sure that the sail hits the north wind so that it makes you go straight across and straight east. However, you start to slowly lose grip of the sail.
I think that's what it is.
Does anybody want to attempt to help her?
I'll help.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a strength check there, Sebastian.
12.
12. All right. So with the two of you holding it, it stays in place now as you guys get about 100 feet across. It gets a little bit more rickety when you get here. Winter, go ahead and give me another survival check.
11.
So 11 plus your 3 for proficiency.
14.
Okay. So as you get across, you're starting to move the sail just a little bit incorrectly. It actually allows you to get caught by the current, so you've lost about. So you're not going straight across right now. You've lost about 10 or 15 feet as you head down the river. You are holding steady though, as you get the next 100 feet across. Go ahead and give me one more survival check. And if anybody wants to help in any way, let me know how they want to do it.
I'll go ahead and assist. I'll help grab onto the rope, noticing Sebastian kind of take over a little bit.
Okay.
And see if I can help guide it. And
All right, so 17 plus your proficiency bonus since you are adept at vehicles in water. That's 20. All right, you regain the momentum heading directly to the east after that little lag. You've now reached about 320 feet as you guys get to the other side of the river. Somewhat without any issue, but you've got another 30 feet into the eastern shore. Borak, as you jump out of the boat, it's only about about chest high as you start to bring in the rest of the ship, the rest of the little boat. So you guys are now on the eastern side of the river.
What?
All right. As you get across, everybody can give me a survival check.
You not like it?
18.
21.
Or
All right.
somebody keeps pulling all the good rolls.
So,
Sorry.
Borak, Droop, and Grothul all notice footsteps that are heading off towards the east, and then they gradually head out to the north. And you do notice there's lots of different paths over these little tiny hills that are off to the east. This is where you guys are at right now. And they are all heading in the direction of the high forest.
Droop, do you think your family would have headed into the forest?
I mean, they've lived in the Underdark. That if you can survive the Underdark, you can survive anywhere.
Maybe.
That's fair.
Move forward.
Some Spotify while I was at work. It was on
Let's do it.
Spotify.
All right, he starts to
Very
hop
good.
along.
Okay.
As you guys move off towards the east, going over these rolling hills, there's Droop almost becomes completely invisible underneath all the tall grasses. Sebastian, go ahead and give me a d20 roll. As now it's taken you guys about 5-6 hours to get across this river to head off towards the east.
7.
All right. The rain that was out a few seconds ago turns to overcast as you guys start to head towards the east. Borak, go ahead and roll me a d20.
That's a 2.
Okay. 3 hours into you guys heading off towards the east, eventually you come to the opening of the high forest. And to end the session, everybody give me a survival check. Ooh, wow.
11.
Let's hope that we get redeemed by Droop. Good. Luckily for you guys, Droop is able to spot which direction the goblins were headed. Sebastian, you got 14. Yeah, Droop got a 21. So you guys know where you're heading now. It is starting to get dark as you guys get to the very edge of the high forest. So you're about right here right now. All right, and with that, we'll call this session good and start up in a couple of weeks.
Awesome.